Hello, it's Melissa. Trying to organize my decks and stuff to kind of show off some of my stuff that I really like because I think that's what everybody does here. um, Anyhow, I had to navigate my space. I'm trying out that little kickstand thing. It's a little tripod thing that I bought called a Joby Gorilla something. Um, anyway, so I have a really small area I can record in. Anyhow, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of go over I'm gonna go through all my Robert in Place decks because I'm totally a fan of his. And this deck in particular that I'm gonna do right now is the Burning Serpent Oracle, and it's like a Lenormand deck actually, but it's different. And the cards are big. That's the only drawback. That's the only thing I don't like. No. Is that the cards are, and I don't know how this lighting, I actually just am on the floor with a rug with the window curtains open. So, anyway, this is the box. I believe I got this either, I think, no, I got this from eBay because it was a used one, and I got it for a really good price when I got it. It's an older version. It's because it was 20 bucks when I got it. It may still only be 20 bucks. Bad lighting, probably. Dark. Alright. So I'm just going to thumb through the cards. And there is a book, the Burning Serpent Oracle book. It says A Lenormand of the Soul. And the book, this is what I love, is it's written by Rachel Pollack, which who doesn't absolutely love the kind of research and work that she does. There are images in the book. You know, it's just a little bit about everything like that. I haven't honestly read the book, and it's just because I'm so dang busy all the time that I just don't get around to doing it. So, but my intent is this fall to hibernate with my books and my decks that I love, that I brag about, that I don't do justice to because I've got so much on my plate. Okay, so here's the cards. I guess I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I'm sitting on the floor behind the thing. Everybody else seems to do this so easily. Okay, so we start out the messenger, which would be the rider, and they are renamed because it's like mythology figures, and Rachel will explain all of this and why they chose the images that they chose. But it's Hermes the messenger, which I totally love. That Hermes is like my favorite. Backings of the cards are really pretty. I like the colors about this deck because they sort of remind me of the way Pixie colored her decks, but a little bit, a little bit more modern with the color, I guess, more greens and stuff. But the style is like that basic, but cleaner and smoother. He's got a good style, Robert does, or Mr. Place, I should say, because I don't know him on a personal level. Wish I did, though. Okay, and these are not in order because I've been using these in the last few weeks for friends. So we have the scythe, and he does have the little, this would be the Jack of Diamonds. He's got a little significator thing or indicator, and it's the 10. It would be 10 in the Lenormand stack, and they call this one, well, the scythe, which that's kind of obvious that it's so anyway, if you do the playing card, if you're using a playing card deck, it would be the Jack of Diamonds. So they're all noted like that. I don't think they changed the name, but just like they did for the rider. So, okay. I'm going to be quiet now and just let you see. The tower. And the cloud. I like the clouds. It was a little confusing at first, so until you get used to the cards, I did have to kind of lean on because I can't see the number over here because it's kind of dark. at a glance. It's a 6. And I don't have the King of Clubs. I don't have the playing cards. I haven't done that enough to actually know it by just looking at the King of Clubs and knowing that it's the clouds. But you can see the darkness of the clouds on the right, and then the lighter part on the left. So you'll get it. I'm just going to show the cards. Be done with it. Because I'm using an older iPhone, a 5S, to film this instead of the one my 7, which I usually use because it's on the charger. So the rusted cross, I kind of like that. And there's a butterfly. That's pretty cool. And Rachel, she does explain specifically all about the little extras that are in the cards and why they chose them. She actually has one interview that's on it's a YouTube video that I stumbled across that. I don't know how, but it's awesome. And it's the only video on the channel. And it just was an interview with her, and she was talking about some of the art in, I don't know if it was this deck or the Alchemical deck. Anyway, or the Sevenfold deck. I don't know. But this is the Path card, which is kind of cool looking. And the Hound. That's a nice big doggy. The Garden. I really like this Garden card because to me it feels more like a garden. Because I know in the period back when they first did the garden had a different, it was a meeting place for people and a social thing. But when I hear the word garden, I always just think of nature and gathering in that kind of a garden. So, but that's just me. The Cat of Three Tails for the whip. I kind of like that. That looks like it would hurt if somebody smacked you with it. And the Heart, which I really like this card. I like that. And I really like the way he colored his pictures, the way they're the shadowing and stuff and so on. The Serpent gives me the creeps. The Man, I'm going to stay long on that one. And then we got the Owl, which he has a little mousey in he's having his little supper thing. And the Ship, or the Voyage. Voyage. The Fox. It's kind of weird because the fox is sitting in the city. He's in town. That's a city fox. The Key. That's a really good key card. Look at the background, the sky. Sort of reminds me of the Lotus. It's something significant. I'm sure she's going to go over that. I like the Flaming Tree. That's a cool tree. It's got all the seasons on it. And the Book of Life, which I thought was pretty significant and pretty neat. The Anchor. These are really big cards. They're like playing card size, and I don't have a card to scale it to right now, and I'm not getting up. So, but they're definitely bigger than Lenormand, typical, and I don't like that about these cards, because when I work with them, I gotta have a great big space. When I'm using a lot of the cards. I like that Sun card. I forget what that god is, or who that god is. The big sun god. It's not Zeus, though. Not Zeus, isn't sun. I don't know. The Letter. The Mountain. The Jumping Fish. And he's got a coin under his fin, which I thought was cool. The House on the Hill. The Lilies. Pretty. The Dead Tree. Where's that Dead Tree? I think there was the 2 tree cards. I think there was the Dead Tree and that other tree. I think. I should have looked at the number. Because like I said, I haven't read the book. So I don't know all the significant differences. Nope, that's the 5. So I don't know about that. Two trees. The Flaming Tree and the Dead Tree. The Woman. And there is, that was the woman, that they have different clothes. She explains that too, different. And another man. And then Osiris and Isis. Which they should look at each other. Pretty cool. And she explains about using those if you want. And the stars. The gold ring. That's cool. That's like a historical. There's something special about that ring, the way it's designed. The girl and boy. The red clover. Oh, this is the moon. That's why I can't really see it up there. And whatever god was associated with the moon, I'm sure that, or the goddess. And then the other woman cards. Those are the two womans. Oh, there's two, but... Oh, I get it. Yeah, one's 28 and one's 29. So you can use... It's like if you have same-sex relationships. So instead of using the man and woman, you can use the two ladies together. That's pretty sweet. I did remember something about that. But that's that deck. And this is 11 minutes, so I might as well make the other one. I was going to make another one I was going to do it separately, but I brought all my junk together. So that's the Burning Serpent, still available. I like to buy directly from him on his website. Just Google Robert M. Place, and he does have his own site. Some of his decks you can get on Amazon. You know, and I don't know, it works out about the same. If you go to his site to order, all you have to do is email him if you don't want to fill out the form. When you do the form, you don't have to join his website or sign up for anything. You just follow it through until it gets to the pay option, and it lets you pay with PayPal. But it needs your name and address, so for shipping. So anyhow, that's how that works. But you can always just email him. He has an AOL server or email address, and you can just email him and ask him, would you please invoice me for, you know, this deck or that deck, and just make sure the deck's available on his website before you ask him for it, just to speed things up. So the other one I wanted to, and so that's the Burning Serpent Oracle, Robert M. Place, and Rachel Pollack wrote the book. So the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, I have the 3rd edition. I did buy it used. It's not available anymore. And I don't know why I wanted this one, because the 4th Renewed was out, but I got this one for some reason. Or maybe I got this before the 4th came out. So anyhow, I have the 3rd edition. This is really a cool deck, and I don't have a book, but he's coming out with a book in December of 2017 that is going to have a good bit of the information that's in this book, which is a really awesome book about his art and his, you know, just stuff about tarot. It's this history, of course, the history, and then the symbolism, and then that. So I had this old library book, which I actually, I didn't get it at the library, but I didn't buy it either. I got it free at a thrift shop because I was the intake manager. So, you know, so we sell these books for like 33 cents. So anyway, I got this book. I don't know, it was a year and a half ago, and it is such a good book. It's an older book. I think it's a Llewellyn book. It is illustrated by Robin Wood, which I love her art. You know, she's a good artist too. It's got pictures using a lot of the Robin Wood tarot, but this book and the bibliography actually had, you know, I like to see the sources where they get a lot of their, you know, where they're pulling stuff and this and that, and she's got all the names that touch base with my understanding. You know, there's Arthur Waite, he's down there. It's all alphabetical, but she's pulled from Rachel Pollack, Robert Mueller, Jung. She's got, I think, everybody but Crowley, and Joseph Campbell, or she, I don't know. It's a guy that wrote this book. But this is a good book if you can find this for super cheap, like, you know, $1 or $2. By Anthony Lewis. because it had everything in it. I mean, it went over some history, some cool things, the Barnum effect, which was kind of a cool little bit of stuff there. But this is a good book too. I'm just going to say that's enough about that, because that's a good book. This is a new book that's really good and got pictures that I can color in it. So, okay. So here's what I got, and that's my mugwort bag. I like to use that a lot. I'm going to go through these kind of quickly. And this, like I said, is the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, but this is the third one. Each renewal that he came out with had more symbolism in it. So the fourth one is probably going to be the last one, because it's got everything. It's got some extra stuff that this one doesn't have, and that's why I want to get the fourth one. So I recommend the fourth edition, or the fourth renewal of the Alchemical, if you're interested in it, because it's got everything that the other ones had, but more. And I really like the feel of these, because I have one of his newer decks, but these aren't so slippery like the Sevenfold, Mysteries of the Sevenfold or something. It's real slippery, but anyway. So here's the Fool. I'm just going to go through them, and I'm not going to talk, because I haven't really worked with these. I've just looked at them. I got too many decks to work with all of them, so I'm going to get around to it, though. So we have the Fool. I like the bunny hole. Oh, here's the backings. So, you know, whatever. There's the Fool. And the Magician. High Priestess. I like this Empress card a lot. I just like his art, honestly. The Emperor. That's good. The Hierophant. I never really liked the popey looking Hierophants. He's got two Lovers cards. This one's a little explicit. This one's a little more gentle. So, you know, if you're reading for somebody that's whatever, then use that one. It's a little too much information for me. And Chariot. Oops, her booby's hanging out. There's Justice. Alright. Look at this. Look at the moon. I don't think the camera on this older iPhone is as good as the one on my iPhone 7. But that's cool. This is cool. That's a cool Wheel of Fortune. And Strength. That's brilliant. Look at the lion. It's green. That's why I want the book. I want to know, why is he green? I would definitely ride a green lion. I would definitely do that. And they both look, I like it. Oh, that's kind of yucky looking. Look what he's hanging with from a snake. I like this. I like this death card, though. She's pretty. The Devil. Oh, it's kind of creepy. A lot of symbology. That's why I like this deck. It's got a lot of that. So my aim is to study more. I did read something about this card somewhere. And this is this card has a lot of meaning in it. And there's a reason why there's blood coming out of one, or boobs or breasts, and the other one is milk. It's just, I don't know. I think Sacred Seed went over some of the more in-depth. So if you want to go to her channel, I can put a linky-dink below. because I think she did an extensive review on, like, actually reviewed it. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just flipping through it. Because I had a friend that wanted to see these cards anyway, so that's cool. The world. Alright, and we're going to do the water suits first. So this is, does have the alchemical symbol, or the symbol. And, okay, so anyway, this is the Ace of Cups. So we're doing the cups first. That's kind of interesting. 3. And they're each carrying the other symbols on their head. That's pretty cool. I like this one. He uses a lot of the elephant balancing on things. So I wish I had the book for that. And there's a broken one. I like the 6 of Cups. 7. 8, that's a good card. For me, I like that 8 of Cups. And the 9. And this is a really busy 10, and I don't really get all of it, but it looks something like everything that, for the suit, manifesting, bringing it all out, distilling everything till you get to the end of it. And then there it is. Lady of Vessels, which would be the page, I guess. Knight of Vessels. Hope he's got stainless steel on, or aluminum, or he'll rust. And the Queen of Vessels. Vessels, that's what they call them. Vessels, not cups. My bad. And the King. Love the King of Vessels. How appropriate. Okay. Then we're going to do coins. The earth suit, the suit of earth. 2, 3, 4. He's burying his. There's the 5, which is pretty cool because you still get the whole point of, instead of having the church with the thing and you're on the outside, they're got their palm up. Getting along. The 6. 7. The 8. The 9. The 10. There's the Lady of Coins. The Knight of Coins. The Queen. Awesome. Awesome. I love that symbol. And the King, which is really awesome. They're all awesome. To me, anyway. This is awesome. The swords. This is a suit of swords. Almost looks like a chicken head on that snake out on it. Yeah, this camera's not nearly as good as the iPhone 7. Look at the cloud blowing the ship. That's awesome. 7, 8. Take that. 9. Yeah, he's fighting with all of his stuff up in his head. Oops, he lost. Just saying. Lady Swords. Knight of Swords, which is, he is so fierce. He is fierce. The Queen of Swords. I guess that was the style, just to have their dress like that. And the king. And then we've got our flaming sticks. I don't know what they call them. Staffs. We got staffs. I like the style in these a lot. Three. Isn't that cool? Sort of. Kind of creepy. 6. Because I don't know what all the symbols mean. They're, you know, that's why I like decks like this. It gives me something more to, gets me deeper inside of myself. I'm too complicated and analytical, but I don't seem like it on the outside, because if you knew me in person, you'd think I was a total airhead and a silly thing. There's a 9 and a 10 of, what do they call it? Staffs. I want to call it fire, because it is the fire element, but I just want to say fire. Lady of Staffs. And the Knight. He kind of looks older than I would expect a knight to be. He must be wise. Yep, that's the dress style. And the king. So there you go. You got the Alchemical by Robert in Place. Or yeah, the Alchemical Renewal 3. The 4 is what's currently available. I don't know if you may still get that from him. I don't know. But I bought stuff like this from his website. And if you go through his website and just read everything on there, you're going to learn a lot. So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And hi, Chris. Y'all have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh. Look, I got a remote control for my video. Bye-bye. Uh-oh, it didn't turn off.